Trump's big announcement was a big nothing burger. We're launching ETFs with frickin' penguins right now. Little South Korean exchange is in trouble for using customer funds to buy some luxury items. We'll talk XRP price. Why? Because Eleanor Tourette has an announcement. And we're at a crossroads.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I hope you got something out there to calm the nerves as we do the news today, because we're going to be a bit colorful. But before we get into the crypto news, your comments come first. Well, my wife does. And then, your comments come first, because you, the viewer, matter most. Strut01 says, the more Trump helps crypto, the more the banks have to trample it down. Ooh, spicy take. Yeah, in today's announcement from Trump at the summit, nothing burger. Yeah. David King says, why don't they use the money, the few billion that they're not sending overseas for condoms to buy crypto? I wouldn't have an issue with that, talking about the Doge savings. Ooh, I like that. Plus, we may get more people created by crypto in the future. Just saying. Well done, sir, with the hot takes. Uh-oh, doggy alert. And where were we? Oh, yes, Nothing Burger. This is coming from Don Reed. That's right, everyone. It's diet season, and we're all feasting on nothing burgers and zero-calorie drinks. XRP Vegas says dog people are good people. Ha! My dogs were just spazzing out right there, right as I was doing a video, and yo, they were pissed. Bitcoin sitting at 84,155. ETH is 1972. XP at 242. We're going to talk price at the end. Very important because I want to share with you a volume key. This shows you how big or little the news is because we got comparisons. BNB at 626. Sol 127. ADA 71. Strategic Reserve ain't doing crap for anyone. Pi 111. Pumps and dumps. Girlfriend, that's the deal. Bitcoin at a crossroads. Major breakout or deeper pullback ahead. Basically, you have to ask yourself this. What news is coming down the pipe that's really going to bring money into crypto? Regs, ETFs, right? And specific ETFs of the stuff we actually give a shit about. You know, the XRPs, the Sols, the HBAR, stuff like that, right? Now, what about going down? Okay, that would be really nice. I mean, no, crypto prices. What if they go down? Well, yeah, we've got some bad news from Jerome Powell and the Fed. Macros aren't looking the best. And we've had a lot of announcements out there just be absolute, complete garbage, piece of shit, nothing burgers. For real. So there's a fair amount of downside risk, but there's also a fair amount of optimism. The regs realistically are going to give us the best chance out there of bringing more money into crypto. Okay, crossroads. Are you ready for the latest, biggest, greatest development in crypto? We are going to be not only melting faces, not only making grown men cry. And why the hell is it only grown men that cry when they say that shit? Come on, that's sexist, all right? Making grown men and women and giraffes cry. Are you ready for it? Canary Capital, the one that brings you the HBAR ETF and XRP ETF, is also bringing us the Pudgy Penguins ETF. That's right. Breaking news. That's why you hit the subscribe button, because we're going to the moon on Pudgy motherfucking Penguin ETFs, bitches. So this is what we got? I mean, come on. In a bold move for the cryptocurrency market, who the hell wrote this bullshit? Canary Capital has filed an ETF that aims to incorporate both Pengu token and Pudgy Penguin NFTs. Ooh, baby, they ain't gonna make shit. Notably, the filing states the trust will also hold other digital assets such as Sol and ETH, but that's necessary or incidental to the purchase, sale, and transfer. So if it's, using a little bit of gas, or if it's kind of what you need to purchase it, yeah. So they're not going to be doing jack shit with Sol and ETH, but all Pudgy Penguin NFTs. This is going to take us to the promised land? So Canary Capital is yo, we'll make money off of anyone, anything. Dude, South Korean prosecutors raid Bithumb headquarters over alleged misuse of company funds. Uh-oh, someone did something naughty. And you're like, bro, why does Bithumb sound so familiar? Well, it's because when we're looking at the exchanges and the volumes and stuff like that, I always show you, kind of the Korean exchanges and all that stuff, because they're really big into XRP, right? Well, Bithumb is one that kind of comes up with big volumes with XRP. Bithumb spot trading volume 1.1 billion in the last 24 hours. Some of their biggest pairs out there, the XRP Korean won pairing right now, where their volume is 200 million in the last 24 hours. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, we've talked about this. So now let's get back to what happened. According to a report from local media outlet YTN, the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office carried out a raid at Bithumb's office in Yeoksamdong. Authorities are reportedly examining claims that the exchange provided financial assistance to their former CEO, who currently serves as an advisor, to acquire an apartment. Basically, they used funds they shouldn't have for personal stuff. A source familiar with the matter told YTN that Bithumb allegedly provided Kim with the deposit of approximately $20 million. Damn, girlfriend. Which may have been used for his personal property purchases. That's jacked up. Yeah, we need regs to be clean too, but there's always going to be shady people out there. It doesn't matter if it's like crypto, or if it's like stock markets, or if it's like baseball teams, like the Houston Astros cheating all the time. Don't unsub. I love Houston as a city. But remember, I'm a White Sox fan, and it's baseball season, baby. It may not be altcoin season, but it's in baseball season. Sox are going to lose 100 games again, 3 years in a row. I'm going to go through depression. Just watch. Subscribe to the channel so you can watch me get depressed during baseball season. Okay, so we got that naughtiness going on. That's obviously not going to help out crypto. Bitcoin crashes as Trump Crypto Summit speech fails to dazzle. Good point. Because what happened was there was this big announcement, oh, Trump is going to say something big at Blockworks. He's going to announce something big. It was a big nothing burger. That's why when you look at the crypto market right here, you're like, oh yeah, we're in the red. We're not really doing jack poop ola. Yeah, and even look at XRP. Down since this morning, since the nothing burger. But let's figure out what actually happened. Eleanor Tourette, linked down below. New. President Donald Trump said he will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and crypto capital of the world in a recent recorded address to the crowd at Blockworks. He mentioned he's calling on Congress to quickly pass stablecoin legislation. Told you that would come first. And criticized banking discrimination against crypto firms and users, aka Operation Choke Point 2.0. So basically nothing new. So welcome to Crypto Nothing Burger. We're all going to be at 6% body fat by the time summer rolls around with this crap. We already knew all this shit existed. I have been telling everyone watching, yo, stablecoins are going to get regulated first. And he's like, hey, you better hurry up with stablecoins. No shit, girlfriend. That's why stable volume has been rising. That's why stablecoin money being built on the sidelines has been rising. That's why even micro-cap stablecoin companies, issuers, are going bonkers right now in terms of increasing their market cap. Because they're going to get the regs first, and they know a lot of institutional money is going to flow into there. So again, at the beginning of the video, we talked about BTC and the greater crypto market being at a crossroads. ETFs, awesome. Pudgy Penguin ETFs, fucking lamer than shit. Go hump a doorknob with that crap. All right? We got a little bit of exchange problems. That's not good. That's not really good at all. That's not good confidence for the market. And you got the nothing burger from Trump. Now let's keep learning. Just caught up with Blockworks co-founder, again, Eleanor, down below, Jason Yanowitz, following Trump's taped address at Blockworks. He told me Blockworks has been working with Trump's team for months to make this appearance happen. They originally wanted him to speak at their permissionless conference in September, but his campaign schedule didn't allow it. He said the administration wanted to amplify their America will be the crypto capital message for the institutional crowd at the conference today. Cool, so it's just a hype thing. And that's why the market is not flashing on this. That's why the volume sucks absolute wang. Because guess what? We're looking at this going, okay, cool. Cool, we already knew all that. Awesome. That's why volume didn't have a nice big spikeroni today. Yeah. Seriously, not cool, girlfriend. Let's talk XRP price. We're at 242. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to share with you the Brad Garlinghouse action. This is when he made the announcement. You saw what we got. We got to 259. Talk about volume during that time, okay? Because volume is a good indicator of interest, right? How hyped, how pumped were people on the juicy action? Volume? Okay, cool. 10 billion-ish, somewhere around that in a 24-hour period, okay? 10.6 billion, something like that. Peak. Here, 21 billion. And that's the Trump announcement with the strategic reserve. More than 2 times more of the volume in that. And yeah, you saw the price reflect quite a bit higher. But again, it eroded. This, it's eroding too. This sucks ass. So yeah, the announcement from Brad Garlinghouse had really not as big of an impact. This was directly related to XRP, so was the strategic reserve announcement. But the market was like, nah. And some people out there are going to be like, but bro, volume tripled. Well, freaking cool. If you take the number 1 and multiply it by 3, you tripled it. Maybe you had 1 inch and you multiplied it to 3 inches now. Does that mean you have a big dong? No. Just means you tripled a piece of crap. A small whang. Not even pinky up. We're talking nub of the pinky. So yeah, XRP volume, another direct announcement. The SEC thing being lifted from our heads. And here we go. We get a lowercase p pump. Let's take a look at it. Lowercase p pump. We got rejected at 259. You see that clear as day. And now it's starting to just peel away to lowercase d, dump. Yeah, also lowercase d for... This is extremely frustrating. Now, I will say, XRP good news, the ETFs. The ETFs will be big. All right? Not all of them are going to be buying over the counter. Some of them are going to be buying directly from exchanges. Hopefully they don't buy from Bithumb because they seem to be shady with what they did, helping their dude out with like 20 plus million. Just throwing it out there, okay? Just throwing it out there. But yeah, we'll be buying directly from the exchanges, which will help with the volume, will help with the supply and demand dynamic. And that's going to be from institutional players out there. The big money. But as we've seen though, Trump is really focused big. And the House and the Senate are really focused right now on stablecoin regs first. So it's like, okay, cool. You're going to need to get those regs in to get those players in to come into the crypto beyond stablecoins. But when is that going to be? And how cool is it? Well, we're going to make ourselves the mega capital of crypto. Well, that's awesome. That's so cool sounding. I mean, it's just, like, I get it. And don't get me wrong. I think Trump's support of the crypto community is important. But I think we also need to really make sure that we zoom out and look at this and go, you know what? There is a lot of hype. There is a lot of nothing burgers. There's a lot of over-promising and under-delivering going on. And I got to be honest with you. We're a couple weeks since the announcement of the strategic reserve. Happened 2nd of March. And all of a sudden, here we go. Couple weeks and change later, we get another announcement and it really doesn't do too much. And it's a big thing. Now, will we pump more when we get the official word from the SEC? I mean, you kind of see what the volume is. I mean, the cat's kind of out of the bag, right? You're like, yo, I'm going to have a gender reveal. But all day long, you're telling people, I'm having a boy. That's why I'm wearing blue. But don't say anything because I'm having a gender reveal later. And at the gender reveal, you show up wearing all blue going, guys, it's a boy. I already know, but we're having a party. That's what we're getting. So here I am. Lonely, drinking my salty lime electrolyte drink. Well, I'm not really lonely. I've got 2 doggies right here. They're both like sleeping on the floor now. But I'm just sitting here going, you know what? They're going to work hard on stables. Awesome. Get it. Well, where's the mention of the rest of the market? And it appears that we're getting like mixed signals all over the freaking place. And Canary Capital, what the hell are you doing with the Pudgy Penguin ETF? Like, are you just going to try to see how the NFT market is out there for institutional players? I mean, is that going to take us to the old promised land? Oh, revolutionizing crypto. We just got an ETF player for Pudgy Penguins. What? Yeah, what the fuck, man? We need to see something really big and juicy come out of crypto here soon, or else we're just going to lose a lot more of this luster. In case in point, the announcement from Brad Garlinghouse. Half the volume, less than half the volume of what we got for the Trump Strategic Reserve. And we saw that was a big pumperoni and dumperoni. Well, now we get the announcement from Brad Garlinghouse. We get the lowercase pumperoni, and now we're getting the lowercase dumperoni. Nah, not cool. We need to see some actual usage. We need to see utility. And when everyone out there's like, but bro, the utility's coming. What are they waiting for? Why didn't the utility come 2 years ago? Well, regs will bring utility. No. Utility comes first. You have to build stuff that people actually care about and want to use. It doesn't matter if you're in a regulated market or not. If you have something people don't want to use, they don't care about it. What about things that are naughty and illegal? People want to use it, so they're willing to get in trouble to use it. That's my whole point. It doesn't matter if you have XYZ regs or not. You have players in BTC ETFs. You have players in XRP. You have institutions in XRP. The veil has been lifted. And what we're looking at right now is what? Nothing burgers. We're all going to be absolutely shredded. Beach bods for everyone this summer. Fuck Oprah's, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. No, with all these nothing burgers, you're all getting six-pack abs. You're going to have chiseled out delts with nice striations. Ladies, you're going to be retaining the nice booty, be it having that waistline. Yeah. These nothing burgers are freaking amazing. You know what has more calories in my nothing burgers? My 10-calorie electrolyte drink, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drink my drink. Actually, no, I'm going to say choo-choo bitches, and I'm going to drink my drink. Choo-choo bitches.